Dun 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 dun. Oh man. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Draw and Talk. It's your boy Tyler. I gotta put my glasses on. My eyes are killing me. Alright, let's start over. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Draw and Talk. It's your boy Tyler. And guys, we were supposed to have the stream yesterday, and it didn't happen. I'm really sorry. Like literally, I was about to hit the live button, and then some personal family stuff like came up like immediately, and I was like, but you know, family comes first. Family always comes first. So we have a really cool stream tonight. I was so upset that I didn't get to do this stream yesterday. So today's stream is going to be freaking awesome. I hope people share it out. Share this out, people. We got to get more people watching this because I'm about to drop some ideas. We need to get DC and Marvel getting up on these ideas because this isn't a bashing stream. We're not going to be bashing Marvel. We're not going to be bashing DC. We're going to be coming up with fucking solutions. So, all right, you guys know the drill. I paid $9 a month for this software. I've got to do this. So here we go. Draw Talk. Nicholas Mueller in the chat saying, let's have a silly goose time, mother duckers. Now, people don't realize that, you might not guys know this yet. I haven't formally announced it. But this man right here, Nicholas Mueller, he's my arch nemesis. He's my rival. Anything he does, I have to do better. Rebel Comics, where is my book? It's right here, man. I got some Red Rooster right here. We're going to have to film a video with this. But we got some Red Rooster right here. It's not, where is my book? It's now, here is my book. Was it really worth the 3 years? Most likely not. So, let's see. We got Delicate Art. How are you doing today? We got Ichthus. What is up? Total excellence. We're back to have a silly goose time. Absolutely. Ethereal Dragons here. Tyler is my rival in Webtoons. Eric Mogul, heyo. Yeah, guys, I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to do the stream yesterday. So hopefully we can get more people to jump on here. I got some cool things I want to show. I got some cool ideas I want to showcase because I think, whenever people are talking about, and this annoys me, but anytime people are talking about, oh, we gotta save comics, and comics are struggling, no one really comes up with like actual good solutions. They always bring up the following: oh, we just gotta do what they were doing in the '90s. Oh, we just gotta get rid of the SJWs. And while some of that stuff might be true, they're not solutions. Like they're not. It's not changing anything. Like just it's not. None of it's changing it. Calvary Collective. They liked your Grimoire and Vessel pieces on Red Valkyrie. That's awesome. That makes me feel good. And I'm shipping those out. They're right there. They're in my package. They're packaged. I just need to freaking ship this crap out. I'm terrible. Will it become How is my book? So yeah, that's my biggest problem whenever I go on these comic streams. They're like, oh, we gotta save comics. Okay, what are you doing to save comics? We gotta take it away from the SJWs. Okay, how are you gonna do that? Well, we're gonna do this, and all the solutions are terrible. So we're gonna come up with some good solutions today, and I have some ideas. Now, before I bring up any of those ideas, I have to give a shout out to my girl Eliana. Now, you guys probably like, who the frick is Eliana? I'll tell you guys who my girl Eliana is. This is my girl Eliana. This is the girl with the mega fist. This is the comic. So I'm currently working on Chefs. I'm finishing up the last 10 pages of coloring. We're throwing those bad boys up on Webtoons. Every Friday there's a new episode. There's a new episode dropping tomorrow morning. We're starting the second act of the Pasta La Vista arc. But then after we're done with Chefs, in July, we're going to be launching this book, The Girl with the Mega Fist. It's going to be a black and white comic. Every 2 weeks, you will get a new chapter, 8 to 12 pages. Every 2 weeks, you will get a chapter to download, 8 to 12 pages. And this is what it freaking looks like for example, every 8 to 12 weeks, you'll be sent a link, and then you'll have to put a password in that we give you. You hit login, And you can download the comic to your computer or your mobile device, but if you just want to read it real quick, you'll be taken to a site like this. It's mobile app friendly. And then, there we go. That's the comic book. You read your 8 to 12 page chapter, and then 2 weeks later, you're going to get another 8 to 12 pages sent to you. So that's the goal. Now you're wondering, Tyler, where do I read this? How do I read this every 8 to 12? How do I get these 8 to 12 pages every single 2 weeks? Have no fear. My Patreon is here. This is how you do it. So it's a Patreon first comic. So starting in July, those who are in the $2 tier will receive who $2 and up tier will receive the chapters digitally every single 2 weeks. So you pay two. So let's say so there's 4 weeks in a month. So for basically $2 a month, you're getting 24 pages worth of comic books for $2 a month minimum. Now after the Patreons get their books for $2, we're then going to put it up on my Gumroad store for $3.50. Well, Tyler, I don't want to have to pay $1.50. You're right. I don't want you to have to pay $1.50 either. That's why the best place for you to do it is for patreon.com/drawandtalk. And we're going to be doing more than just putting out comics. We're showing exclusive artwork. I have an exclusive Patreon only talk show I do on there called The Broken Creator, where I go more in depth into what I do behind the scenes, the struggles, the mental struggles of being a creator and whatnot. So yeah. And then, so the $2 a month gets you digital, and if you want the physical book after that, you just have to pay for shipping. But the $5 a month people, and I think this is the best deal out there, for $5 a month, you get the comic every 2 weeks, but then once we compile the book every 10 to 12 chapters, which is around 100 to 120 pages, we then just ship you the book immediately at the $5 tier. So once those 10 chapters are done, we ship you the book. You don't have to pay anything extra, just on your doorstep. You wake up one morning, you're going to go eat your Fruit Loops. You eat your Fruit Loops, then you get a knock. It's the postman, and he goes, "Here's your book." And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't have to do anything extra. I didn't have to go to crowdfund. And you always get it at a better price, and you'll get some extra goodies in there. So yeah, patreon.com/drawandtalk. Calvary Collective, The Broken Creator is great. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's my venting place, But Tyler, I heard this cannot be done, that you sent shockwaves to the comic book world. I did get messages from people saying you can't, that this is a stupid idea, but you know what? What does it hurt? Everyone who was like, you can't do this. What's the hurt? You pay $2. You pay $2 a month. I give you 24 pages of comic books a month. You pay $5 a month. I give you 24 pages of comic books a month, and I send you the book immediately once we're done. The whole Broken Creator series is actually just about LP. That's hilarious. All right, so if you guys want to go check that out, patreon.com/drawandtalk. And those of you who sign up, by the way, for the $2 tier will be sent the physical version of this book in July. So if you sign up for the $2 tier, I'll send you this book, My Life is RPG. The physical book, I'll send it to you. So for $2, you can get this book sent to you in July. And then if you sign up for the $5 tier, I'll send you the My Life is RPG physical book, as well as the Chef's 60-page graphic novel. It's actually 72 pages, I realized. 72-page graphic novel. If you do the $5 tier. So for $5, you can get this book and Chef's the trade paperback. Not too bad of a deal. Let's see. Come on the show. Only a $2 booking fee. He's about to get fisted. Oh wait. All right, guys. Let's talk about some things. Let's talk about things. Let's talk about some solutions. So let me pull up. Let me share. Stop screen. Let me share my tablet. Here we go. There we go. All right, here's my tablet. Let's get this a little bigger. All right. So what are the problems? Where's my pen? What are the problems, guys? What are some problems with comics that we always hear? And don't say SJWs because we can't do anything about that. Well, we can. Pricing. Okay. Distribution. What else? What else we got? Eric says no new readers. No new readers. Exactly. Which I think is because of this. Calvary Collective. Tyler's offering premium level fistings for a great price. Let's see. We got promotion. Absolutely. I can't believe that more comic book creators aren't promoting their comics. It's nuts. If I was working on Spider-Man or Batman, you bet every single week I'd be like, I've got a new comic out. Lack of genres. Just reading all the comments here. What else we got? Too many, let's see. Let's see, right here. Old stale heroes. I'm glad you said that, Larry. Old stale heroes. Stories repeating. Unable to adapt. Absolutely. Accessibility, we're going to go with distribution. Let's just go accessibility. We'll just add that. Quality of content. Ichthus, the quality of the content of his Patreon makes you want to fist your away. Let's see. Well, pricing is a little more than the price of inflation. Okay. So these are all right. So let's just go with these as the last. These are the problems of comics. Problems of comics. All right. I'm gonna fucking solve every single one of these. All right. I'm literally gonna solve all these. Okay. I'll tell you the ones I'm not gonna solve because I can't solve. I can't solve this. I can't solve distribution. This right here, that's up to the creators. So the creators are bad. So better creators. I can't solve accessibility because that's the same thing with distribution. But these, we're going to solve pricing, no new readers, so we can't do this one. Lack of genre, we're not going to talk about lack of genres, but that's going to go with the new readers. This, unable to adapt will go with all these. All right, here we go. Well, comic books just aren't fresh is the word that kids use. Jeremy Loss is bullshit. I mean, when you were younger, did you want what was new, cool, or from your parents' era? There's not enough social justice in today's mainstream comics. Very problematic. Create a website that would have all comics in 2 models of reading. All right. So let's talk about pricing. How do we get the pricing down? All right, let's do this. Pricing. How do we solve pricing? Okay. What's the average comic book selling for right now? Like $3.99 to what? $7.99 for like a, I don't know, 24-page comic. Is that about right? Oh man. $4. Everyone's saying $4. Okay. Okay. So how do we get pricing? How do we get pricing? Number one, the paper. Okay. Alterna is awesome. I don't know how they're able to do the things, but they do newsprint. And they're able to sell their books for $1.99. That's the price point I think we'd like. $1.99. Okay, $1.99. If we could get comics to $1.99, that'd be awesome. So first off, paper will help. Also guys, and some of you guys are gonna hate this. Some of you guys are gonna hate this. I'm gonna go black and white art. Now some of you guys are going, oh crap, Tyler, why are you saying this? Black and white art? Hear me out. Black and white for the floppies. For the floppy. So if you can do a floppy for $1.99 and get people reading. Okay, but then for the graphic novel, it's in color. So for example, let's go right here. Let me go new page. What the frick is this? Kablam. Kablam. All right. Here we go. I'm just going to grab real quick. Let's go Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, Batman page. We're just going to grab a random page from their run. Perfect. We're just grabbing. We're not picking one out of funsies. We're just grabbing a random one. Perfect. Okay. All right. So we have this. We have this as the comic book page. This is what is standard right now. This is what you're paying $4.99 for these days. All right. However, what you could do is this. You could go like this. I'm going to put this. Do this. All right. So this is black and white. So maybe not with all the coloring detail, but you could do more grayscale. And you can, because it's black and white, it's a lot cheaper to produce. It's a lot cheaper to produce at black and white art. It's so cheap to produce. It's why manga does it. It's so freaking cheap. Now some of you might go, oh, but like, it doesn't look good. Like black and white art doesn't look good. You telling me, share screen, telling me that this doesn't look good. Where's my Twitter? Tell me that this doesn't look good. Look at that. You got Rogue. You got the X-Men. Look at that. Like that's good. That is good art. That is some good, awesome art. And it's black and white. Look at this. This is some more black and white. This is DC, this is Ghostmaker, so this is pre-coloring, obviously. But look how awesome this is. Now you could do this just for the floppies for $1.99. Just for the floppies. Just for the floppies. And this is how you're going to get new readers. $1.99 for a comic book? I can afford that. Anyone can afford that. $1 is cheap. This is affordable. This gets new readers. This puts down the price of the books, and it gets access to more people. The Walking Dead went with the black and white route and did good. Newsprint looks fine, especially the new printing techniques. Alternative books look good. If you're going to grayscale, you might as well color. Well, here's the thing, Larry. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is that you do both. Where is my bookmark? What I'm saying is you do both. Where for the floppy, this is what the floppy page would look like. It's in black and white, so that any reader can jump on that. For $1.99, you can read the floppy. For $1.99, you can read this page how it is. But then you pay extra for the graphic novel, which people are loving trades. They're going to pay $14 for a trade. So you pay $1.99 for the floppy, and then in the trade, it looks like this. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? This probably wouldn't get new readers. Price isn't necessarily the problem for new readers. No, absolutely. For sure. Because still, just because you put the price point down doesn't mean that you're going to get new readers. It's just it's just another piece of the puzzle. Because still with distribution, that's how you get new readers, Do you know anyone who prints on newsprint? Let me tell you something, William. I've contacted like 20 different printers, comic book printers online. They all can't do it. I work for a book publisher. And so I got selfish one day, and I contacted the printers that my publisher uses for professional printing. And I said, hey, looking into newsprint printing for our next book. Total lie. And do you guys do that? None of the printers that my company uses can do newsprint. And yet Peter Samedi goes, oh my gosh, like our newsprint printer went down. I don't know what I'm going to do for the company. And then 10 minutes later, he's like, okay, I found a new one. I don't know where you find these people. I really, really don't know. Well, comments, so I'll tell you, I don't see alternative topping the charts to you and why books are cheaply printed with no titles that stand the test of time. Well, that's the thing. Alternatives, they're slowly making their waves. Like there's an uphill battle. But Marvel and DC could do this. Marvel and DC could do this where they go, hey, for the floppy, you're going to get the black and white art on newsprint, and then And in the trade, you're going to get the color. Now, the only reason why I say the black and white in the newsprint, the floppy and cheaply, is because manga's doing this. Manga is outselling comic books. Their books are not in color. Their books are on newsprint. You know, so like, and they're cheap. And so for me, I just go that like it's almost a no like if they're outselling everyone, why are they outselling everyone? Well, big thing is price, black and white art, and whatnot. Okay. What do you guys think though? Like I've been. What do you guys think though? Like more? Would you read a comic? Would you like look at this page? Look at that page. You got Rogue right there going against some kaiju, and then you've got the X-Men right here. Like I think that page looks awesome. Manga that outsells comics are not on newsprint. Oh, the volumes are on thicker paper. I've got some. I've got some like My Hero Academia on there. I guess that maybe isn't newsprint, but still, it's in black and white. If Marvel and DC print black and white floppies for it, it will put the final nail in their coffin. You might as well hand the rest of the industry to us, the indies. Why do you say that? I'd love to hear that, Larry. Why do you think black and white floppies would be the nail in the coffin? A good black and white comic depends on how the visuals are executed. Absolutely. I mean, this looks great black and white, but not every comic book artist will be able to do this. You're absolutely right. I 100% agree with it. Agree with that. I think this is cool. I think I like. I've been liking more black and white art. I've been having fun doing black and white art for the growth of Megafist. It's been fun trying to practice with the gray tones and whatnot, and figure out what works and what doesn't. And it's sped up my process. Because people want color in their comics. You go by the next issues of X-Men and it's black and white. Tons of people say, fuck this. You know, it's funny because I do agree there'll be some people who go, oh, what is this? But when you say people want color in their comics, you know, it's interesting because more people are reading manga, which is black and white. So I think more people are okay with black and white art. When manga is selling, you know, 4.5 million copies, My Hero Academia, and Batman's only selling 70,000, you know, copies. I think I'd rather ditch those 70,000 readers and get the 4.5 million people who are okay with black and white comics. Zumi, hey Tyler, what was your solution for saving Marvel in the shower? I was in the shower, sorry I missed it. Oh, we're doing it right now. We're doing it right now. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about, you know, right now we're talking about, you know, what if Marvel and DC had their comics and they were in black and white. So like right here in the floppy, for the floppy, you got black and white art. You paid $1.99 per book, per 20-page book, and the floppy was in black and white art. But for the trade paperback, you would pay, you know, like $14 for the trade paperback, and then it would be in color. That's what we're discussing. Comics have become a boutique type item, which is why the Kickstarter model works so well. Less known creators offer originality, not the same old cliches. I feel that. The title I'm releasing in January is Black and White Grayscale. I've run the numbers on a 3,000 print run for that campaign on the paper I've been using. It is cheaper, true, but I'll still have to charge $5 a book so I can keep paying my art team as well. So yeah, this isn't going to work for indies. The nice thing about like bigger companies is they can do massive print runs. So like, you know, for you, William, where you might be getting, you know, maybe $1.50 per copy, these companies, you know, can get it in like, you know, 25 cents per copy if they do a big enough run. Tyler, look up Batman Child of Dreams by Kia Asami. It's a Batman manga, and I'm pretty sure that it did not sell at all. Batman Child of Dreams. I don't like the art. Well, that's cool. It's all right. The art's kind of cool. It's definitely different. Um, it's definitely different. That's for sure. That's for sure. Let's see. Let's see. Let me ask Tyler, would you buy a floppy for $1.99 or a $10 volume? I would do both. I would buy the $1.99 floppy. So like I've bought every single Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo run on Batman. I bought all the floppies for $4.99, and then I bought the $15 paperbacks. I mean hardcovers. So I think people will do it, but at least the $1.99 is there to keep readers going every month. Black and white worked for Sin City, so it depends on the genre. So okay. So that was the one thing. That was one. That was one idea I had. That was just one idea that I had. And I don't think it's going backwards. I think it's just saying, hey, like, the reason why I think it's not going backwards is just because there's already millions and millions and millions of people reading manga versus comics, and they're okay with black and white art. And I think people are going to be okay with it. Personally, I think people are okay with it. The people who aren't going to be okay with it, they're either going to buy trades or they're already not enjoying comics. Like, this is really to capture new readers, to get old readers back and whatnot. And that brings us to the next thing. Okay, how do you fix this? Old stale heroes and stories repeating. How would you do that? How do we do that? I got some ideas. If I was Marvel and DC, I would retire and stop all books and heroes, rebuild their entire lineup with new things that will excite young readers, aim for them like comics when we were kids. That's the thing, though. It's like let's just go back in time. I don't think we can. Can you sell comics to a manga exclusive reader? I think you can do both. You don't think manga people watched the Marvel Cinematic Universe? You don't think they watched that? I think you can double dip. I think people love sequential art. I'm having this battle right now where like comics and manga, and I'm just saying, you know what? I love sequential storytelling. That's really what it is. I love sequential storytelling. I like it in comics. I like it in manga. And me as a creator, I want to do both. Like I want to do stuff. I want to do comic book-esque stuff and manga-esque stuff. So I think I'm just calling myself a sequential artist, really. All right. So old state of heroes. We're gonna use Batman for an example because I just love Batman, and that's who I know. So how do you? Okay. So whenever you're gonna do something new, you have to appease old readers. You have to appease old readers and new readers. So we're going to use Batman. Batman. Dun, dun, dun. Dude, my kid loves Batman. He's always like, Batman! He's actually wearing a Batman t-shirt right now while he's asleep. Sleeps with a Batman stuffed animal. All right. This is how you do it. This is how you make it so that the stories aren't freaking stale. Okay? You do sagas. So Batman is going to be our legacy character. We can milk Batman. We can milk Batman for an eternity, okay? But we can't keep telling the same stories, okay? So this is what we do. You got Bruce Wayne. You have the Bruce Wayne saga. And who does he fight? The Joker, Riddler, Two-Face, the classics. This appeases the old readers, all right? After that, Bruce Wayne fucking goes away. And now it's the Dick Grayson saga. And he goes against, I don't know, his own villains. He had like the Flamingo guy. He had like Black Mask, or like, we're just making things up right now. And then he goes up against Red Hood or something. Because there was that arc with Grant Morrison where he went up against Red Hood. After that, Dick Grayson is freaking gone. And then you know what? It's now the Tim Drake saga. And now he's going against, all these other things. So with this, you're still able to tell Batman, but Bruce Wayne has his own personalities. You know, what's his crux? Dead. Oh, fuck. I can't even use that. Like, what's their crux? You know? Dead parents, Dick Grayson, dead parents, Tim Drake, dead parents. But you get what I'm saying? Like, Bruce Wayne's very serious. He's no, you know, what, you know, you go, okay, what separates him, Bruce Wayne, okay? Master, detective, detective, crime fighter, just the boss. All right, he's the alpha. But then with Dick Grayson, he's different. He's got humor, he's got comedy. Um, you know, he's a little more sensible. With Tim Drake, you know, he analyzes things different. So you're able to have different characters. You know, when Dick Grayson took the mantle of Batman, I loved that character. I had so much fun with that character. It's why people like have their favorite Robin. They go, oh, like this is my favorite Robin. Everyone has their favorite Robin because it's the same character, Robin, but it's the same superhero Robin, but there's a different person who took up the mantle, and each one of those Robins is different. Why can't they do the same thing with Batman? They're doing that right now with Superman. They're having John Kent take up the mantle of Superman. I just don't know why they can't do that. That's how you keep things fresh. If you want to do Batman forever, like right now, I'm reading Naruto. Naruto is gonna end. I know it's gonna end, and after that, and then once Naruto is done, the story of Naruto has a beginning, middle, and then end. So how do we milk the series? They make freaking Boruto, which is his son, and that story will have a beginning, middle, and end. So you do the same thing. You have a Bruce Wayne saga that has a beginning, middle, and end, beginning, middle, end, beginning, middle, end. Unlucky Jack. I think most manga readers probably wouldn't like comics because it's not the type of story they're used to, unless they're sign-in readers who like stories like that. I think the milk in Batman has run dry. See, Batman and heroes are such are no longer new and fresh. They're more like modern folk tales. I feel like Batman should do the passing towards story, start with Bruce and end with all the Robins. I agree. You know, the problem with that is that you're removing characters people like. Dick may be Batman, but Dick is Nightwing, and in a way you're removing that character. True. But the thing is, they're growing up. Dick can still be Nightwing. Dick can be Nightwing here. You know, he can be Nightwing right here. And then you just remember, oh, he was Nightwing in this section. And then he grew into Batman. There's growth. That's the problem. It's superheroes right now. Superheroes and growth are not happening. Superman's already the strongest person. He can't learn anything new. Batman's already the best detective and crime fighter. He can't learn anything new, and yet he's still getting beat up by a freaking homeless clown. Comics are a bit different. Let's see. Hard to market characters, Tyler, if they are dead. Well, no, because you're marketing Batman. And then you say, oh yeah, remember when Bruce Wayne was Batman? He acted a certain way. Do you remember when Dick Grayson was Batman? He was a certain way. So you can keep Batman. Batman lives forever. But these characters who take up the mantle of Batman do not. DC and Marvel are too reliant on their mainstream characters to not allow legacy characters or supporting characters take the spotlight. Exactly. One character that did not get enough love that Scott Snyder made that I freaking loved was Harper Row. And you saw her in like the first arc of him and Greg Capullo's run, and then you saw her in Batman Eternal, and then she just really hasn't come back since. Why you start Dick off as Batman until you realize he can't replace Batman and becomes his own hero? Do you know they do that, or why they rarely say their age or what the year they're in? The stories keep them timeless. Exactly. Well, that's the problem. Because they're timeless, timeless characters equals no stakes. That's the big thing. If we know that Bruce Wayne will always be Batman, then there's no stakes. We know he can't die then. He can, he can't die. Like nothing is ever super serious. You just keep telling the same stories over and over with some different sprinkles. If there were stakes and you go, this could be Batman's last mission, and then let's say he does freaking die, mind blown. Now Dick Grayson has to take up the mantle, and you go, man, Bruce Wayne, he really went out like a boss. Then you go, man, that was awesome. Batman Endgame, when him and the Joker did their final battle, and then Batman died in the Batcave with Joker. Honestly, I was like, you know what? This is the perfect ending. This is such an awesome ending. And then the next week they brought Batman back, and that's freaking sucked. It just took away all the emotion from it. If you want to make superheroes evolve, it requires an understanding of heroic archetypes. I agree, but these characters, Bruce Wayne as Batman, has been going on for like 80 years. It's over. So what would need to happen for all this to happen is for Marvel and DC just to they just go, hit the brakes. We're done. We take a halt and we start everything. We do a completely new reboot, and then we start from number one, and then we work our way. We start from number one and we work our way, and then we just go, that's that. But once again, this is hard, and I think Marvel and DC have really shot themselves in the foot. This is such an uphill battle. See, I don't think a kid looks at Batman comic and goes, I'm not buying this because there are no stakes. I do not think they say that to themselves. I 100% think they see big cut eyes on manga that looks more like the cartoons they watch now with bright colors and goes, I want that. The same can be said about manga about not having stakes. Minus a few exceptions, stakes aren't in there. I have to disagree. I feel like every manga I've been reading has had stakes. Characters have died. Dragon Ball Z is a complete joke, so don't count that. But I feel like I just got done. I read The Promised Neverland. People died up the wazoo in that one. There were really big stakes. What was the other one I read? I binged it. Well, I'm reading Naruto. People are dying. Shaman King. People are dying. I got like the old Shaman Kings in there. I think that's why people I gravitate more towards like Image Comics because those are set stories. Eric Mogul, I will freaking fight you on The Promised Neverland. I'll fight you, dude. I love The Promised Neverland. What's going on, Tyler? Oh, massive. We're solving the problem with comics, and we're saving them. Well, these are just my ideas. I don't know if people actually want to do it. These are just my ideas. Let's do a test. What do you think will sell more, Niobe as it is now, or Niobe the manga? I think we're just talking about two different things because it's also you also have like distribution. You also have distribution. So what do comics have in terms of distribution? Comic stores for floppies, and what else? And then for the graphic novels, they have Amazon and Barnes and Noble. That's what you got for comics. For manga, and then let's just go. Let's just go Comixology. We're okay. So for comics, you're paying $4 and up per comic. For the graphic novels, you're paying $10 and up. $10 and up for the comic. For Comixology, guess what? You're still paying $4 and up. Let's look at manga. They're on Amazon, BN, Comixology, whatever. So for Amazon, let's just go $10 and up. $10 and up. $7 and up. But then this is what else they got. Let's just use Shonen Jump for example. We got the Shonen Jump app, which is $2 a month for unlimited issues. What do you think is winning out? Well, the best deal is this one. The best deal is this one. You have pricing, you beat the pricing, you beat the distribution. You know, it's a win. It's a massive win. I can read I can read comics anywhere I want. My kid's taking a bath, I'm reading a comic. I'm at work, I can read a comic on my lunch break. I'm waiting at the DMV to get my license changed. I'm reading a comic while I'm waiting there. Like it's just there, man. Like it's on my phone. It's there and it's cheap. Um, I also think the publisher is important. The Batman manga didn't do so hot, but the Deadpool manga with Shonen Jump is doing amazing. Exactly, exactly. You know, that just goes and that just goes to show. By the way, that's just editors. Editors in Japan know what work, and editors in America are just on Twitter complaining. Do modern readers want gritty Batman or fun-loving Batman? I feel we are living in either an anti-hero age or a safe space age. It's hard to tell. That's true. I can agree with that. A long time ago, before manga became primarily trade paperbacks, they used to be sold as single-issue floppies in black and white, but this was before the first boom in the early 2000s. Exactly. But also, do you remember the Shonen Jump? Do you remember you would pay it was like $2.99 for a book that had like 300 pages. And in those 300 pages, you had like Naruto, DBZ, Yu-Gi-Oh. You had so many things, and you had like 20 pages, 20 pages, and so you could each week read a new chapter for $2.99. You know, and then they moved that over to the Shonen Jump app to save price. There were stakes of characters dying in Dragon Ball Z. If you revive a dragon once, you can die again. You can no longer are the same person. But Toriyama tends to forget these details, even his own characters exactly. Zooming. So I think the distribution can work as floppies too. So it doesn't necessarily need to be this massive book. That's just my opinion. I agree. But that's where it goes back to right here. You know, distribution. You know, if you put in Walmart a bunch of these books and they're $1.99, a parent can just grab, oh yeah, Batman, it's $1.99, and there it is, and it's in newsprint. And the big problem is that media they're like people are wanting to collect it, and you can collect it, but really also these things just need to be read, loved, and then you just wait till you wait till next week or the week after to read the next one, you know. Also, another reason is Japanese culture is more lenient on things with their media than America, which means more creative freedom. Exactly. King Toad, it's simple. Keep print desirable. That is why Japan wins. Oh, exactly. So here's the thing. At $1.99 a month, okay, in 1 week, your boy read all 181 chapters. Let's just go issues. Let's go issues because each one was 20 pages. I read 181 issues for $1.99. For $1.99. Because I love it so much, I will now I'm now working on buying the trade paperback. Okay, but $1.90 a month. This is how you get people into things. Yeah, that's how you get people into things. But also, here's something that I need y'all to remember. This is something I need y'all to remember. Warner Brothers and Disney, they didn't buy comics because they like comics. Disney didn't buy Marvel because they like Marvel comics. And Warner Brothers didn't buy DC Comics because they like comics. They bought it because of the IP. Okay? Warner Brothers owns Batman. What do they get out of it? Yeah, they get the comics. But you know what also they get? The movies, video games, t-shirts, mugs, let's go merch, other like board games, socks. They get, okay, so really what they got was the IP. That's what they want. You think Warner Brothers cares about comics? No, they don't. They wanted the IP of Batman. They wanted the IP of Batman because the mugs and the t-shirts are making way more than the comics. Okay, so we have to okay. Whereas you know, Naruto. Let's go DBZ. It starts off as a comic, then gets big, which then gives it the video games. It gets all of that. Okay, you can put this into anything. You can put anything in here. You can put anything in here. You know, you can put DBZ. You can put Spider-Man. I don't care what you put in here. The comics, okay, is one thing, but how you make money is everything else. And that's what's so important. So for Shonen Jump, people go, oh, $1.99, they're not making any money. Yeah, but for $1.99, they got me to read the comic, and now I'm gonna go buy the fucking action figure and the statue and the video game, and you know. Well, it also just become forms being outdated like cassette tapes. I don't think sequential. I don't think sequential art. Sequential art is never going away though. If sequential art is never going away. Comics, if they comics currently are very popular on print. They're also very popular digital. People are reading digital comics up the wazoo. Comics are never going away. So like I said about an app website, that's all comics with 2 reading methods. Well, they should. In order to keep the IP going, you need scripts for the movies and cartoons. Where do you think those ideas come from? It's comics. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But the problem is, and that goes back to the unable to adapt. Okay, the difference between, I need to make this freaking thing bigger. Actually, we'll get rid of the X. It's just wasting space. The difference between comics though and manga is this in terms of their adaptation. Comics to their movies. This is a key word. You're gonna get elements from the comics, and those elements will go into the movies. Elements. With manga to anime, it's an adaptation, meaning what happens in the manga happens in the anime. Now there's some times that this doesn't happen. The Promised Neverland, that didn't happen. Season 2 sucked. You have Soul Eater, completely different story. You have Shaman King, the ending was completely different. But for the most part, adaptation. Comics, the movies and TV shows, they take elements from the comics and manga. They adapt the manga into other things. I'm not talking about art. I'm talking about the format, the size, the shape, page count. No, I'm confused. Oh, oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Things are always going to be. There's always going to be outdated stuff for sure, for sure. So, all right, guys. So those were my ideas. My ideas were making floppies $1.99. My ideas were making floppies $1.99, and then have the floppy be only black and white art. So the floppy is $1.99 and it's black and white art. Now and then for the trade paperbacks, that's when it's colored. For the trade paperbacks, that is when it is colored. And then after that, how do we keep these stories going on? If people want Batman Forever, we start everything over and we go, okay, starting at number 1, we're gonna do the Bruce Wayne saga, and then after that, we're gonna have the Dick Grayson saga, and after that, we're gonna have the Tim Drake saga, so that we forever have Batman going, but we're telling new and original stories with different personalities and different characters each time, while still keeping the legacy character Batman in there. All right, that was fun. The comics knives you get at convenience stores in Japan are great. There's blood and sex and cigarette advertisements on the back. They're just more badass compared to the Cape Cheese. I agree. Hey, bro, my first comic is about to come out next month, and I got some advice from your videos. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. Well, hey, thank you. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. That always makes my day. So, okay, guys, before we end, we're gonna watch a fight. We're gonna watch a mother freaking fight. You know how you guys know how much I love watching 2 people freaking slap the crap out of each other. You guys know I enjoy that. So we're gonna watch a fight. One last time though. One last time. I have to plug. Guys, I have to plug. Let me plug. One thing, you guys, let me plug something. Let me plug once again my Patreon, patreon.com/drawandtalk, where we're working on this comic, The Girl with the Mega Fist. Every 2 weeks, you're gonna get a new 8 to 12 page chapter of the comic. You're gonna be able to download the PDF, or you can just read it like this. So yeah, you're gonna get 8 to 12 pages. If you sign up for the $2 tier, I will send you this comic, My Life is RPG, the physical. I will send that to you if you sign up for the $2 tier. If you sign up for the $5 tier, not only will I send you the physical of My Life is RPG, I will also send you the 72-page graphic novel of Chefs. For $5. That is a killer freaking deal. And then not only do you get those books, but then you also get access to The Girl with the Mega Fists every 2 weeks. And you get it at the best price. Every time we release the book, you get it first, you get it at the best price, and then after that, people pay more. Everyone else pays more than you. So patreon.com/drawandtalk, we have a special show there, and we have exclusive content on there, and we have comics on there. For $2 a month, you're reading comics every month on there. All right, guys, now it's time to watch people fight. Now it's time to watch mother freaking people fight. Remove, share screen, Chrome tab, share audio. Where is it? There we go. All right. We got Street Beefs, West Coast. Street Beefs, West Coast, Enian Olaran versus Dirty Sanchez. Actually, all right. We can hear this. Hold on. Can you guys hear that?
Dirty Sanchez out of Oxnard, California.
Can you hear that, guys? Let me know if you can hear that. Let me know if you can hear that. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you can hear that, and we'll start the video. All right, let's see. All right. I just freaking realized my sound was not coming from where I wanted it to be, guys. Hold on, my mic? Are you effing kidding me? Oh my gosh. That makes me so mad. Oh, can you guys hear me now better? Oh my gosh. What the heck? I was using my, it was coming, the volume was coming from my freaking webcam. Oh, that makes me so mad. Okay, whatever. It just means I have to make this video differently. I just got to make this video again. So, all right, guys, here we go. Let's watch this. We got Dirty Sanchez here.
Onion all around. Thank God. Nobody's successful. God's on my side. And shout out my team. Shout out Shinigami. Shout out Frankie Garcia. That's it.
God's on his side. Not only is God on his side, but our boy Shinigami is in there. Now, if you guys remember, Shinigami in the back, I love this guy. He freaking back kicked someone in the freaking face. Here we go. Who's gonna win? Enian or Dirty Sanchez? This is Enian. It's black versus Mexican.
All right, Street Beefs. In this corner, we have Enian Olaran. He's 0-0 in the yard. In this corner, we have Dirty Sanchez. He's 0-1 in the yard.
So Dirty Sanchez is lost. So Enian on the left, he's never fought. And Dirty Sanchez here on the right, well, he's lost already. So here we go.
Ready? Mouthpiece? Mouthpiece? Round one, fight.
Okay. Look at those red socks. Look at those red socks.
Go, 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 right there. He's against the cage.
Oof. Oof. Oh, frick.
That's it.
Hear that guy listen?
That's it.
Oh, man. I freaking got my ass kicked. My money's on Dirty. You would have lost money, man. Frick, man. I freaking lost. He lasted 20 seconds. We could literally watch that fight again. Ready? It's only been 5 seconds. Fuck. And he not only has God by his side, but also Cobra Kai. I put my money on the wrong one. Fuck.
That's what's up.
Brr. Oh man, just Dirty Sanchez. He. Oh man. Shame. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'm so sorry about the crappy audio. I'm going to make a new video. I'm going to make a video though on this topic. I hope so. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to make another video like that's about this topic, and it's just going to really like nail everything that I was talking about in there. And then after that, yeah, we're going to have a silly goose time. So, remember to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Thank you so much to my Patreons, those who support me on patreon.com. I gotta make sure I gotta read these people, because not only do they support the show, they're helping me make comics. And I want to make comics. I want to freaking make I love freaking making comics. I want to make comics. So let's see. When it comes to manga, unfortunately, DC and Marvel is looking at the surface details on what sells, but ignores the internal process of what makes sales work. Oh yeah, man, they've got an internal freaking nightmare there, you know. All right, so once again, here's the girl with the mega fists, and let me thank all those who are members of our Patreon who help make everything possible. Thank you, Christopher Kronk, David Benson, Patrick Gerald, Joshua Barras, Wendy Gale, Paul Tucker, Alan Ellsworth, John 3, Andrew Rodriguez, Leonardo Cassiano, Neostar Productions, Eric Rosario, Full Custom Hot Dog, Colt Film Video, Enter My Shoes Podcast, Ralph Contreras, Show Industries, Tobias Sid John, Daniel McGinnis, The Flock Comic, Nasser Rabadi, and Max Seville. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Thank you guys for helping me make comics. And here's the thing, you're not supporting just me, you're supporting me making comics that you guys can read immediately. So once again, patreon.com/drawandtalk, and I will see you guys next week on Monday with a new video. You guys have a good freaking day. Peace.